welcome to the June edition of the High Plains Drifters Fly of the Month. We'll be tying Tom Rosenbauer's Rabbit's Foot Emerger, which is an excellent mayfly emerger pattern. The pattern we'll tie today is basically for the blue-winged olive mayfly, but it can be tied in various colors to match other mayflies. The hook we'll be using will be a 2487 BL, which is barbless caddis pupa emerger hook in a size 16. Our thread is the Ultra 70 denier brown olive. So I'm going to start the thread just behind the eye and wrap to the back of the hook down the bend, about halfway down the bend, then back, trim the excess off. The tail and shock material will be Antron yarn with the ends pulled out a little bit uneven, which will better mimic the trailing shock of the emerging mayfly. So we'll tie it in long with a couple of loose wraps and then pull it to length, just about a hook shank length long, and tie it down the bend of the hook, keeping it on top of the hook so that it's pointed down. Trim the excess. All right, the abdomen will be dubbed using a medium olive dubbing rope, using superfine dubbing. And start right at the tie-in point of the shock with a slightly tapered abdomen up to about just past mid hook shank. The legs will be a CDC feather with just the tip cut out of it. So we got the longer fibers to tie in for legs. This will get tied into the top of the hook. A couple of loose wraps, and then pull the CDC back and then work the fibers, the hackles around the hook for the legs, and then tie it down right behind the dubbing. We'll trim off the excess. We're going to dub a small bit of darker dubbing, which we're using a brown superfine. Dub a small little ball right behind the legs. For the wing, we're going to use a snowshoe rabbit foot dyed medium dun, and that clump of rabbit's hair will come from the bottom of the foot up near the toe. Once you've taken your clump of rabbit foot off of the foot, there will be some small guard hairs towards the bottom. Just pull that out. And that wing is going to lay on top of the fly. Going to take a loose wrap behind over it, maybe another loose wrap, and then grab the butt ends and pull that wing to size, which is going to be about the length of the abdomen, or length of the abdomen. And then secure with 2 or 3 wraps. Trim the excess. Trim it at an angle. And for the head, we'll add a bit more brown superfine dubbing. Tied on rope style. And then a whip finish. There's the completed fly. This fly is fished in the surface film. What to watch for is those rises that are near the surface, but they're not taking surface bugs necessarily. And so just before the adults start hatching on the surface, this fly is killer. That completes the rabbit's foot emerger.